today I want to talk about in particular this idea of sales and sales friction. So it's like you guys kick butt on the product side of it.
Yes.
Where I see most folks struggling with is the sales side of it.
Yes.
Which in some way, I love this phrase from Chick-fil-A. It's like, if we focus on being better, our customers will demand that we become bigger. And that has been a lot of like high
Become bigger or become better?
Bigger. If we focus on being better, our customers will demand that we become bigger.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay.
You didn't know that?
I'm not even sure what it means.
Okay. Well, think about this. You guys are so product focused. It's always like, we will just be better, better, better.
Yes.
It can feel like probably like the sales just happen to you. Like people just come, people champion on behalf of you because you're like, all I do is focus on being better.
Yeah.
And our base just incidentally demands that we become bigger.
Sure. I mean, maybe.
It happens.
Yeah.
I would say looking at you guys, I'm prescribing that on.
Well, I would say that yes, sales do happen to us, but I sort of think about it just because of the way we've set things up from the get-go, right? Where we sort of, try to create a world where by selling us, you're making money versus other people, you're buying stuff from them. Yeah. And I feel like that dynamic is what drives the product. And it allows us to focus on the product versus also trying to be some big sales force that we're not.
Yeah. No, it's good. So like that piece of it.
Yes.
For you guys from the start, very connected awareness of the value to your customer.
Yes.
Like even that, like how you talked about it. You're like, they're not necessarily going to like, people are going to say, oh, this is amazing. You have 3,000 features, even though like that's what you do to be better.
Right.
But you understood the value to them. It's like saying, hey, this is a vehicle for you to make more money.
Right.
That is why we're doing this.
Yep.
That little subtle aspect to your guys' positioning, the messaging, to all that focus there makes it easier. And I don't think a lot of people catch that when they're trying to translate it for like going on behalf of the businesses.
Yeah, true.
So you've seen this. I love the story that you've told, I think it was HVAC, up in, Oregon. What was the, well, just tell the story. For folks
okay, sure. Yeah. So I had a HVAC guy come to my house, and he was amazing, and he'd been recommended by a family friend, and I was just so impressed. And I went on Google to look him up, and he had like 12 reviews, and I was like, "Hey, dude, your reviews look weak." And he's like, I know, but I don't know how to get more of them. And I sort of said, well, what if I had a piece of software that would help you get more? And he said, oh, that'd be great. How much? And I said, $300 a month. He's like, sold. And I didn't even know what I was doing. I was just like, I don't know. And he was like, great. And literally, I haven't, really spoken to him in the last 6 years, but he has, I don't know, 500, almost 600 reviews now.
That's insane.
And it was, it was like 2 trucks, and it was like 2 guys, him and one other guy, both in a truck. And now he doesn't do any more HVAC. He runs his own thing. And I think he's got 20 trucks or something last time I talked to him. So he's he's big time. And it's all off the back of this one little feature. It's all run automatically. And actually, I think what's really cool is the only time I did talk to him is he bought a super expensive HVAC software, the most expensive money can buy, that has reputation management in it. So you would think I would have gotten replaced. Yeah. And so they called me and they said, hey, we think we need to replace you because we have this feature now. And I said, well, how's it going? And they're like, oh, well, it's not really working. And I'm like, well, why? And it turns out this convoluted method where they try to, it's basically gating, but they try to say like, hey, Matt, I'm Bob, your technician. Did I do a good job for you? And you have to be like, yes. And if you say yes, then, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh God, no wonder it's not working. So I said, let's just go back to what we're doing. They said, fine. So I'm back to what we're doing. And sure enough, reviews continued. So thusly, they're still a customer. And so point being is a one feature, something very simple, drove a lot of value, and they pay me month in and month out. Yeah. And so that like understanding the value connected to them, because this is actually like the stumbling block for a lot of folks, is there's so much that could be possible. Sure. And so then first you slow, we got a little dance party going on. Yeah. Just so you know, if the lights are moving around, that's not our fault. People delay selling because they think they need to understand all of what the cost is going to sell. I hope like at the beginning of this, Sean's admitting, co-founder, learns about stuff after it exists for his own business. Yes, like, of course. He's like, this exists, then I'll understand it. Right. You do not need to understand everything to deliver value to folks. And if you believe that I have to be the ultimate supreme expert on every aspect of my business before I can deliver value, you will never end up delivering value. No. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you should sort of think of us like Home Depot, right? So, and just imagine you're like a home remodeler. there's got to be stuff in Home Depot you buy and stuff you don't buy because you never use it. I don't know. Like maybe you don't paint the house, right? So you don't buy any paint. I don't know. Or you don't go to the gardening section. I don't know. But there is a gardening section because some people do gardening. I don't know. But the point is you don't have to go into Home Depot and know every product they sell, I imagine, to be a proficient home remodeler. You just simply have to know what are the tools that you're going to buy from that store to do the job you want to do for your client and create that value. And the nice thing about the high level store is you can buy one thing and create an entire business around it versus buying 20 things. And exactly, like too many people do this whole expert nonsense and it's just ridiculous. And in fact, here's a fun thing. You don't have to know how any of it works you don't even have to buy it. I hate to say this. You don't even sign up for a trial. You can actually go sell a customer and then come back and sign up for a trial. Like the last mastermind, there was a lady, she stood up. Do you remember this lady at all? She was like, I have no idea what high level does, but I've sold 5 customers. Yeah. And I just want to hug that lady. That's like my perfect customer because I know she's going to be successful, right? Yep. And maybe she won't know how to technically do this or that, but you know what? We can help her with that, right? You can help her with that. Yep. But I can't help her getting those first 5 customers. That's a harder challenge anyways. Yeah.